Good morning. I'm Cheryl Casoni. I'm in for Maria Bartiromo. It is Friday. It's April 3rd at 7 a.m. on the East Coast. Time for the hot topic of the hour. Pam Bondi is out as Attorney General after 1 year leading the Justice Department. Deputy AG Todd Blanche will serve as acting AG until her replacement is named. President Trump confirming the ouster on Truth Social, saying this, quote, "We love Pam, and she will be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector, to be announced at a date in the near future." Now, Bondi posted this on X, saying in part, quote, "Leading President Trump's historic and highly successful efforts to make America safer and more secure has been the honor of a lifetime and easily the most consequential first year of the Department of Justice in American history." Blanche also responding, quote, "Pam Bondi led this department with strength and conviction, and I'm grateful for her leadership and her friendship." Meanwhile, a much different response on Capitol Hill regarding how the last few months of Bondi's term was going. Watch.
I move that the committee issue a subpoena to the Honorable Pamela Jo Bondi to appear before the committee for a deposition regarding the department's handling of the investigation to Jeffrey Epstein.
Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
Nobody on our side is defending Pam Bondi, I can assure you.
Well, Fox News can report the president may be considering EPA Director Lee Zeldin as Bondi's permanent replacement. Erika, the Wall Street Journal this morning kind of touched on something that you mentioned in the last hour. I want to bring this up. They say Pam Bondi, this is the editorial board, Pam Bondi gets trumped as Attorney General. The president needs more than a lawfare yes woman at the Justice Department. But they say her great fault, quote, was that she was never good at saying no, and she blundered on the Epstein files by boasting about big revelations that never materialized. Erika.
Well, it's a bit ironic, though, that it's speculated that the president wants someone who's going to be harder on the lawfare issue. And the Wall Street Journal is saying that she was too hard on the lawfare issue and too loyal to the president in that way. I think Pam Bondi is to be congratulated on a stellar career, both as Attorney General of Florida and in the first year of the Trump administration. It's a difficult job. She has a lot of great accomplishments, lowest murder rate in 125 years, lots of cartel members off the street, the safest our country has been, certainly in recent memory. And as the president said, we all love Pam. We congratulate her.
Yeah, no, we're showing that on our screen right now. Lowest murder rate in 125 years. 32,000 immigration cases in the first 6 months. 7 of the FBI's 10 most wanted captured. 6,000 plus child trafficking victims located, child predators, human trafficking. And, you know, John Lonski, certainly her accomplishments do speak for themselves. At the same time, it looks like it's a new era. And this is what we see a lot of times in administrations. You do see a change afoot. There's a report out this morning from Politico that the president's not done. Politico has this report out this morning that more changes could be happening, and that he's weighing more cabinet, changes after the Bondi ouster. And they mentioned Howard Lutnick, who's the Commerce Secretary, as well as the Labor Secretary, Lori Chavez-DeRemer.
Well, let me first mention, I think Pam Bondi did a great job at cleaning up the mess left behind by the Biden administration and the Democrats. That we have to be grateful for that. Now, getting on to possible changes in Trump's cabinet, I think this has to be expected. You know, you've got to consider that when you're in office, you're president of the United States, you only have a limited amount of time to get the job done. You have midterms coming up in November. You want to have people in at these high offices in the U.S. government that are going to help the Republicans hold on to the House, hold on to the Senate come November. And it's not that Lutnick has been doing a bad job. You just mentioned his name. I think what Trump is thinking, I need somebody who improves the likelihood that we will avoid the Democrats being too successful come November.
Well, and certainly, Erika, you know, speaking of the midterms and the election coming up in November, I mean, when it comes back to the economy, whether it is tariffs, whether it is energy prices, which are inflated right now, all of these things are coming at a crucial time, not just for President Trump, but also for the Republican Party in general.
Yeah, and I think that the president's certainly thinking about that. It's really important that people in his cabinet are the very best messengers for his agenda and for his accomplishments as we head into the midterm elections. And so that may be a consideration for some of the changes that may be made over the next month or two, not just because of the job that they have to do and things they have to accomplish, but being out there representing the administration and helping him to keep the House and the Senate.
All right. And Erika, your response to this report from Politico, I mean, do you think that we're going to see some more changes coming at the administration?
It's so hard to say. There's rumors always flying around what the president is going to do. No one really knows, right, what's actually happening. I actually think that Lori Ramos-Durimer has done a really great job at labor so far, at least in the interactions that I've had with her with moving a lot of the workforce preparation over to labor. That has been incredibly successful. So I haven't really heard anything about that, but again, you know, these rumors are going to flow. There's got to make news somehow.
I think there's only one person that knows the truth, and his name is President Donald J. Trump. So we'll have to stand by.